YouTube, what's good? I hope you're having a great day today. Happy Saturday. Yes, I'm recording this video. I'm uploading one right now. Today's chest day. We're about to go in there and annihilate that shit. I'm gonna be my best self, but today I'm gonna be running my camera. So it's a little easier to record. Usually I use my phone. It's a little annoying, but today we'll just bring the camera and get it done from there on. But yeah, man, really excited for this chest day. I ever hit a chest. Well, actually, hit chest what Thursday? Yeah, I hit chest Thursday, but it wasn't really like as efficient as I wanted to be. And the reason why I say it wasn't as efficient as I wanted to be is just because like I was a little sore from my triceps because I did the arms the day before. And when you couple those two, it's kind of like makes it a little bit harder than it needs to be. So today I'm fully fresh. I'm excited. My shoulders feel good, and everything feels good. And I'm just ready to annihilate that shit. The only thing I wish I did today was just eat a little bit more, because yesterday I did eat less than well, not yesterday. Today I ate less. Because what I ate breakfast, which was really like 1,000 calories, and then I missed lunch, so I ate a late lunch around like 3 o'clock. And then after I ate that late lunch around like 3 o'clock, around like 4 or 5, I didn't really have anything, which that's usually like my fourth meal. And then I just had my fifth meal, and I'm able to have my sixth meal after the gym. So we're a little behind when it comes to food, but overall feeling good. I think I'm gonna have a little something when I go home. So therefore I have energy going to the gym. It's just like 20-30 minute ride anyway, so that gives me enough time to actually like munch something down and get it going. But yeah, sounds fun today. It's gonna be exciting. Y'all ready? All right, so going into it, first things first, we're gonna start with flat bench press. Everything's gonna be about 3 sets of around 12 to 15. Actually, I'm sorry, 10 to 15. Nothing really going too heavy, guys. You guys know me. Again, especially during this show phase, especially during cutting. This is when your calories are dropped, a little bit lower than usual, and this is where sometimes you can get injured. So the biggest thing is, we're not just here just to push weight. We're here to actually get a good feel, get a good contraction, most importantly, get a great fucking workout. And I want you guys to utilize that, like especially if you're trying to cut right now and trying to lose some weight. Focus more on the rest, focus more on the form, focus more on the control, because it's going to benefit you so much more in the long run. So going to this one, we're doing 3 sets of 10 when it comes to a flat bench press. I started with 75s. Well, to be honest with you, I started with 25 just to get some warm up. So I'd say 4 sets, because that first set didn't really count. It was only 25 pounds. And with 25 pounds, it's pretty easy just to get, it's just 25 pounds. So therefore, I know in the beginning I used to be hard, but now it's pretty light. But after that, we went to 75s. We did that for 12. And after we did 75 for 12, we did 85s for 10. And this is my last set right here. And we did it for another 9. Biggest thing, again, slow on the way down, really feel that stretch, and then powering right through. Now, the biggest thing, like the reason why I like to press this way, guys, also like I would say past like 4 months ago, I felt this pain in my shoulder, right? And I think it was just from sleeping in a bad side of the bed, but it's been bothering me for like a month straight. I was like, what the fuck? Why is this not going away? And to me, one thing I put 2 and 2 together, A, I was just trying to push for fucking weight. And B, it wasn't really that controlled. And yes, I slept on the wrong side of the bed, but still, at the end of the day, I can control certain things that I do in my workouts, so therefore I can alleviate that pain, right? So one of the biggest things that I did is just slow things down, really focus on the contraction, and I did the drop set here. And the biggest thing is like just focusing on the descent, because when I focus on the descent, that's when the pain usually come. But now when I'm going to descent, the biggest thing I'm trying to do is actually engage my chest as I'm coming down. So therefore, I feel that stretch, I feel those fibers stretching out, and as soon as I get near my nipple, boom, power up. As soon as I get near my nipple, boom, power up. And for me, that's been so much more engaging. That's been so much more helpful than just pressing up and down. And here's the thing. I've been lifting for 8 years, and I know this. Sometimes you gotta slow things down. But sometimes we don't really practice it as we're saying it. Sometimes we don't really practice it as we want it to. And sometimes, we get into the gym and we see somebody else doing a certain amount of weight. We're like, oh, we could do that. And then that flares our ego a little bit. So one of the biggest things that I really want you guys to do is, like, when you're going to the gym, focus. Screw the ego. Focus on you. Focus on what you're trying to do. Yes, you're going to have that guy that comes next to you and tries to push the same amount of weight. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm stronger than you. But you know yourself, that's not what you're about. You're here to actually get better. You're here to actually, enhance your physique. You're here to actually work on yourself, so therefore you can get the goals that you're looking for. So after this, we went to incline press. I didn't really like this machine. I would rather so much like a flat bench, or not flat bench, like an incline Smith machine or an incline bench. But everything was taken. So for me, what I did was just utilize this machine, kept my elbows flared out a little bit as I'm coming out so I can stretch my chest. Felt a little bit pain in my shoulders, so I had to adjust the seat a little bit. But once I adjusted the seat, everything was fine. Everything was smooth from there on. Again, the biggest thing is to power up, slow and eccentric. And again, kept it a constant weight. I kept it at 225, which is not really 225, just 2 plates on each side for probably 3 sets. So the first set was 225, and then all throughout there, I did 225. well, not 225. I keep saying 225. Why do I keep saying 225? 2 plates on each side. It's just so much easier to say 225, you know? But yeah, 2 plates on each side. But overall, felt great. Like, I'm really sore from it, especially this morning because it's Sunday right now. I did this workout Saturday. My chest is busting out right now, and it is on fire. But yeah, after this, we went into some dumbbell rows. And the reason why I like to include some back work into my chest day is A, to give my chest a break, because after this, I was going to do chest flies. But most importantly for me, I like to work on a little different accessory exercises, especially on the weekend, that I probably didn't focus on during the week. So we did dumbbell rows for literally 3 sets of just 15 with the same weight. Actually, not the same weight. I went from 80s to 80s to 75s and finished it off there. And that's just to get my back warmed up, because sometimes when we're pressing, we do utilize our back muscles. So if it's warmed up, it's going to be a lot easier for you to actually like get into a deep stretch when it comes to your chest exercises, right? So yeah, dumbbell row, did it for 12, and then we did 80s again for another 12. And the biggest thing is to maximize the stretch, really feel that contraction. No juggering, meaning no like momentum, no movement like that. I know it seems like that because of the angle, but I wasn't. I have full control of it. Biggest thing is I wanted to take things slow right here, really squeeze it at the top. And the biggest thing I want to focus on is that upper to mid back, again, to warm it up, because when I go to chest flies, I want to be able to open up my chest as much as possible so I can really get a nice deep stretch while getting a really nice deep contraction. From here on out, we went back to chest. We did some close grip with some curl to overhead press. You know I gotta include that into the routine. But yeah, close grip, we went for 3 sets of 20. And I know you guys probably like, yo, why don't you just use a flat bench? Or why don't you just use, let's say, Smith machine and just put 45 on each side? When I'm doing this, especially this exercise, the reason why I like using the easy bar, it's A, for the handle, it just sits right into the right spots, fam. Like, it really does, you know, especially with if you get the curve bar, it just sits right into your palms. So smooth, so easy. You don't have to force it. You don't really have to think about much. It's all about, you know, coming down, stretching right above your chest, and then powering it through. And the biggest reason I like to do this exercise is both A, my triceps, but B, to really get, again, nice stretch in my chest, but most importantly, really enhance the contraction. And I usually like to go for 3 sets of 20. And then after this, we superset it with curl to overhead press. Now, when it comes to curl to overhead press, just regular curl to overhead press, we used a 22.5, just basically regular bicep curl coming up, pressing to the top. Again, nothing crazy, just 3 sets of 12, and that's really it. From there on, this is where the pump cover come off, and that's when we really turn it up. Let's go! So moving into chest flies, you guys know me, always keep it parallel to those elbows. And then from there on, it's just about standing forward ever so slightly, keeping that like 90 around your elbows, and then from there on, bending through your elbows, stretching right here, pressing right back out. Again, the reason why I love doing chest flies like this, it's so natural. It's like a dumbbell press, and that's how you got to think of it. Like, think of it as dumbbell press and put your body in a position to actually perform it just that way, and you will feel exactly what I'm talking about. It just puts you in a better natural position. It just does. Like, for me, I don't like when people just do chest flies and they just stretch all the way out with their arms. Don't do that. I like it this way so much better. I think this is a lot more optimal, a lot more beneficial. Most importantly, less risk to reward ratio. Meaning, if I'm going all the way out, it's less of my shoulders and more of my chest. You know? And that's the way I like to do it. Is just think of it like you're doing a dumbbell press, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Give it a try next time you go to the gym and watch. I'll change your mind on how to do not chest press, but flies overall. But yeah, this felt absolutely amazing. We went for 3 sets of 12. Nothing too crazy, and we kept it around the same way. We started 25s. We kept the 25s for all 3 sets. Get used to that. Like, I keep the same weight for a certain amount of sets, especially after I've warmed up my chest. I like to keep the same weight and just challenge myself with that. You know, a lot of times, you know, we do progress a little by going, you know, from 15 to 25 to 30. But if you're warmed up, put it at 30. And if you know you can get 30 for 12, try to get 3 sets of 30 for 12. So you can really challenge your chest. And that's another way of progressive overloading. You know, it's not all about add more weight. Sometimes it's about, hey, let's take the same weight and let's see if we can do it for 3-4 sets. You really challenge those muscle groups, really challenge your body, because at the end of the day, I promise you that will bring you a lot more stimulus than just adding more weight, because then you're going to realize, okay, this is the benchmark. I could do 40s for maybe, you know, 12 reps, and I could do that for 4 sets straight. Cool. Now let's see if I could do 50s, 55s. And that's one thing I used to do, guys. Literally, I remember there was a time when I first started working out, I would take 75s, and I was like, okay, I need to make 75s like my bitch. I need to be able to do 75s for 4 sets of 10 every time I get into the gym. And that was my goal, and that helped me get so much stronger, because I wasn't going for weight. I was just going to try and beat 75 over and over again. And that was just my mindset, and it helped me a lot. It helped me build the chest that I wanted, most importantly, build the physique that I wanted, because I started to really realize this shit has nothing to do with weight. It's all about contraction. It's all about the control. It's all about the frequency of your workout. It's all about how your reps look and how they look one after the other, because you want to duplicate them. And it's all about being precise and accurate, right? But yeah, after this, we did some posing. Feeling really good, feeling very lean, especially in my midsection is definitely lowering down a little bit, and not just about, you know, final like 12 weeks and really shaping up. I think we're in a really good spot right now. I'm around 205, and the goal now is to get to around 203, 202, and the best way to do that is keep dieting, keep going, keep working. For me, the biggest thing is I don't want to rush, because when you rush when it comes to your prep, that's when sometimes you could, you know, lose yourself a little bit, especially the body dysmorphia. You could look at yourself one way while your coach look at you another way and be like, you look good, while you're in your head, you're like, I look like shit. But at the end of the day, that's why you have a coach, because at the end of the day, you want to be able to have somebody else to help you and guide you through this, because body dysmorphia is a bitch and it will come to play. And that's why a lot of people, when they go into weight loss training, after like 2 weeks, they don't see any results. But the thing is, they have changes. You just won't see it because you see yourself every day. But I bet you if you had a coach, you'd be like, bro, what are you talking about? Your waist is smaller, your face is glowing, you're progressing. The weight may not be changing, but you're progressing. I could see it. Most importantly, I could see it within your movement. And that's why I always say, if you are struggling with your weight loss training, get a coach. And if you need me, hit me up on the gram. But now, with that being said, fam, this was a great workout. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Hope you give it a try as well, too. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later today, where I'm going to be recording my back day. But with that being said, the best day ever. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. Peace!